Hey there, we are back in Assetto Corsa again. Looking at a track that is older but been made new again, which seems to be an ongoing theme with a lot of things that we're seeing on Overtake and other places. So this is the Scuba line, also known as the Tsukuba Fruits Line by EK. And this track has a new skin. It was released this last week. It's titled EK Scuba Fruits Line Skin Enhanced Texture, 3D Trees, and More 1.0 on Overtake. And so this is a treatment, a skin that gets applied on top of the original track and then is available as a skin drop down along with the existing winter and fall skins that came with the original track. And it gives us all sorts of really nice, pretty stuff to look at. So that's good. And we're going to give this a drive and see what we see. So immediately we see a lot better detail and a lot more depth in the scenery. When we drove this track originally last year, it was the 21st track in our 2024 series of Assetto Corsa Great Drives and Free Roams. And that was back when we were doing the recording and the sim all on one PC before we switched out to doing the recording on a second PC. So there were some stutters and some quality issues in general there anyway. But then, you know, adding in that we're now running the latest preview version of Custom Shader Patch and the latest version of Pure and this new skin, this track looks like a whole new track, which is kind of nice. It is one of the most beloved, I think, touge tracks in Assetto Corsa. People love this track. EK did a great job building this, making it a really great track. So the additional things, this is the trend, right? Is to take what's old and make it slightly newer again, updating it with the latest surfaces and 3D models and getting more life out of these amazing tracks that already exist and are in most of our libraries. One thing I will say, the link to the original track in this skin's description takes you to share mods. And I don't know if you've played with the share mods at all, but you basically have to click to create your download link. And the download link then produces an executable file that is a packaged executable file. So it's an executable file within an executable file, which makes my skin crawl as a cybersecurity guy. I didn't find anything explicitly in it, but I also just don't like that practice of executables. I don't like to condone or even point people to downloading stuff that way if there are other options. And as it turns out, there is another option. You can get the Scuba line, it's just called Scuba line, I think, in Assetto World. So in my description, I'll put a link to the Assetto World link. And the link on Overtake for this new skin gives us our 3D textures and other cool stuff. Want to keep everybody safe, and more importantly than that, because like I said, I didn't find anything explicitly bad in the executable, but getting out of the habit of being extra cautious and trusting somebody else's packaging in an executable. Not a trusted site, not a trusted executable. Even if antivirus doesn't detect anything in it, that doesn't mean that there isn't something nasty in it. So don't download executables. Just, it's bad practice. All the files for Assetto Corsa tracks are packaged in such a way that they're run within the Assetto Corsa framework. So you download that packaged file and it distributes the contents to your content tracks folder under Assetto Corsa, and that's a lot safer than trusting an executable doesn't have other stuff that it's also installing at the same time it's dropping your track in. And then, like I said, I didn't see anything explicitly, but don't get just get out of the habit or into the habit of not trusting executables in general. You'll be a much happier person. Speaking of criminal mischief, been watching Matt Malone's streams, and he's been playing that new early access game available on Steam, Schedule 1. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's entertaining to watch. It's essentially a resource management game where you are building a drug empire. I don't condone that sort of behavior in real life, but in a game, it's a little entertaining. Probably not going to play it on my stream, but it's entertaining to watch. Matt's having fun with it. The only thing that I can't figure out is how he doesn't have a morals clause somewhere with his sponsors that is going to come back and bite him. I hope it doesn't. I love Matt. I think he's a great guy, and I enjoy watching his streams. But that sort of game kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies in terms of sponsors and things that they tend to put in contracts, where they would basically, void a contract if there's a violation of morals. And I would think a drug game would cross that line. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out. Or hopefully we won't. Anyway, this was the Scuba line extended skin, the enhanced terrain. Cool. I thought it was really pretty. As I was jabbering, I wasn't quite as fast as I really wanted to be. My personal best here in this car on this track, I did in test when I was heads down in a try-hard mode, was 4 minutes and 56 seconds. So just did it in 5 minutes flat, talking to y'all. So gives you a sense of the fun you can have on this track. Obviously, I stay in my lane, which is also slowing me down, and I know that. I do that on purpose. But have fun with this track. I'll put the links in the description, and let me know how you do. Hope it was as much fun for you as it was for me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß macht Rennsport.